Okay, so I haven't reviewed Smile 2 yet, so may as well just go review it there. What? Wait a second. What's this? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Oh no. Someone tricked me into saying his name three times. Nah, who am I kidding? Beetlejuice isn't real. He's not going. Hello? What? What the? Beetlejuice? You're real! So would appear to be the case, Bob. But you don't look anything like how you do in the movies. Where's the hair and the makeup and stuff? No, that's important. What is important is that it's come to my attention that even though it's been well over a month now since my new movie Beetlejuice came out, you haven't reviewed it yet. Well, look, Beetlejuice, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to review your movie yet. No, my time was occupied reviewing that terrible Blumhouse AI movie, and then I had to go review the Blumhouse remake movie that was actually really good. And then I just had a bunch of other movies to review, so look, I just didn't get time to do it, okay? Don't worry, you're not the first movie of the year that this has happened to. Far from the first, actually. I got quite a few others on the waiting list, in fact. Well, given that it's currently the month of October, the spooky season, I think now would be the perfect time for you to review my movie. But I have other films to review, like Smile 2, The Wild Robot, and stuff. Listen here right now, Bob. You better review my movie straight away, or else I'm gonna drag you into the underworld. You'll be stuck down there forever. Okay, okay, Beetlejuice. I'll review your movie. Well, if I don't review it, he's gonna drag my soul to hell, so I guess I better give him what he wants, boss. Anyway, here we go with my review of Beetlejuice. So, anyway, yeah, I knew this movie was coming out. The original Beetlejuice movie from 36 years ago, I've seen it before, I really enjoyed it, and I rewatched it in preparation for the sequel, and yeah, I really enjoyed it on second viewing, but now, 36 years later, we now finally have the sequel called Beetlejuice. I was looking forward to this one. I mean, it did look quite good from the trailers, and we had some of the original crew coming back, like we had Tim Burton back in the director's chair, we had Danny Elfman back doing the score once again, and even a few of the original cast members like Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and of course the Juice himself, Michael Keaton. And this one was coming out the weekend before my birthday, so I thought it would be, a good idea to go and see it, in celebration for my birthday. But anyway, so yeah, I went to go see the film for myself the weekend of its release. And now over a month later, what are my thoughts on it? Yeah, in my opinion, I have to say, overall, I really enjoyed this new Beetlejuice movie. Now, I don't know if I liked it as much as the original. Like, I don't know, I think I still probably do prefer the original movie. But nonetheless, on its own, I did think this was, for the most part, a worthy follow-up. Getting into my thoughts, the cinematography, I think, overall is really good. Overall, I really do like the way this movie is shot. It's a very visually appealing movie. Once again, with Tim Burton back directing it, you can really tell, that, there's, a lot of his style has been put back into this one with, the usual kind of Tim Burton gothic aesthetic and stuff. Yeah, and honestly, I think overall it is, a good film to look at, and I do overall like the way that the movie shot, definitely does pay homage to the original film at times, with the way that it's shot and everything. Overall, I thought the cinematography in the movie was pretty good. I think the editing overall was really good. Overall, I do think this was a well edited movie. And kind of how the movie was edited at times and stuff, it could kind of be a bit frantic at times, and I thought once again it really worked, given that, we are back in Tim Burton's world and the craziness and the kookiness of it all, yeah. Honestly, I think the editing does well incorporating some of that. Yeah, so overall, I think the editing in the movie is pretty good. Now, in terms of the film's pace, this movie is not too long. It's an hour and 44 minutes, which, funny, is actually the same runtime as the previous movie that I reviewed, Transformers 1. It's about 12 minutes longer than the original film, I think. Overall, I think, it's an alright runtime, and overall, I think the movie does an okay job with the pace. Now, this is something I'll kind of get more into later, but in terms of the film's story, I'll be honest, for most of it, there's not really too much of a full-on story happening. For a lot of it, we're focusing on all these kind of different subplots with some of these characters. It does kind of take some time, really getting to kind of a story where things are kind of coming together and stuff, and everything starts to connect together, and then we have a full-on conflict happening between everything. But the movie kind of does take its time getting to all of that, but honestly, even though it does take a while, I don't think you'll really be bothered too much by it, because overall, the movie is pretty fun throughout its runtime, so honestly, I don't really think you'll be too bored by it. So overall, I think the pace in this movie was okay. Overall, I think the sound and music in the movie was very good. I'm not gonna lie, some of these sound effects, with a bunch of the stuff that's happening in the underworld and Beetlejuice kind of using his powers and stuff. Yeah, we're just hearing all these sound effects, very cartoony and stuff, and they're kind of similar to what you hear from the original film. I thought overall they were incorporated pretty well into the film, and yeah, it was genuinely pretty good sound work all around. So overall, I think the sound was pretty good. The music in the film I thought was very good as well. I like that they actually brought back Danny Elfman to do the score again, and it's no surprise given that it's Danny Elfman that the score is good, but like, yeah, I think once again Danny Elfman kind of does a good job with the score. Like, you know, it's nice, like, hearing the original theme tune again, and you know, we hear like a bunch of music throughout the film. Overall, it is very good in my opinion. And like, we kind of do have some kind of noticeable licensed songs in the film. I will say there is one sequence in this movie. If you've seen the original film, then obviously you'll remember the iconic banana boat scene. In this sequel, we do get a scene that is similar to that. It's not the same song, but it's kind of a homage to the banana boat scene from the original. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed that whole scene. Like, dare I say it, I think I actually like it like just as much as the banana boat scene from the original, because like, I'm not gonna lie, it's just such a fun sequence. Just like the scene from the original movie, we get like really good silent lip sync acting and stuff out of it. And I won't say what the song in this scene is, but yeah, I have been listening to the song a bit ever since I saw this movie. Honestly, I think the whole movie is worth watching just for that one scene alone. But yeah, overall, I do think the sound and music in the movie was very good. Now, I will say, I really like that we do have kind of a lot of practical effects, and like, I'm pretty sure there kind of is, like, you know, a bit of stop motion used in this, which in a modern day blockbuster released in 2024, it's the kind of thing that you love to see. And like, honestly, they did a very good job with this. Yeah, honestly, I think there are some really good practical effects and stop motion all around. And well, I suppose there kind of is, you know, a bit of CGI in here. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like some like visual effects in here, but even some of the visual effects are actually really good. And also, I didn't even really notice them all too much. So yeah, overall, I think the movie was actually great, like, technically wise. Overall, practical effects, stop motion, CGI, overall, brilliant. Now, in terms of the characters and the performances from the cast, well, I mean, obviously, we have returning from the original film, Lydia, and yeah, honestly, I did like Lydia's character in this film. Like, you know, I really liked, you know, how the movie kind of added to her character and stuff. You know, well, like over like 30 years on from the original film, and like, you know, how she's growing up and kind of tries to like move on and stuff. Yeah. Overall, I thought they did a pretty good job with her arc in the movie. I thought it was overall handled pretty well. I thought Winona Ryder once again honestly gave a great performance in this movie. Like honestly, I think she did a great job, like, coming back into this character, except when she played this character last, it was when she was a teenager, but now we have her as a grown woman, and honestly, I think it actually feels genuinely believable and stuff. Yeah, she was really good. And we also have returning from the original her mother, Delia. Now, I enjoyed her character in the original movie, but I gotta say, in this one, I think I actually enjoyed her character even more. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she, like, might have been, like, my favorite character in the whole movie. I'm not gonna lie, she honestly had some of the biggest laughs of the movie. I actually did genuinely really like what they kind of did with her character and how they continued on her character from the original. Yeah, Catherine O'Hara, she did a great job as well, like coming back into this role all these years later, and like as I said, I think she's honestly really funny in this role. Yeah, I thought she was a great character. So yeah, they're kind of the two returning characters from the original movie, and well, aside from you know who, but we'll get to him in a bit. But now talking about some of the new characters with Lydia's daughter Astrid. Overall, I liked her character. Like she honestly felt like a believable goth teenager because it was kind of like with Lydia in the original movie, except like she was a goth teenager in the late 80s, but now here we have kind of a goth teen in like kind of the mid 2020s. And like honestly, she was a good character. I liked kind of her whole arc in the movie. It's an arc you've kind of seen before, but honestly, I thought it was pretty well handled here. I will say Jenna Ortega is genuinely really good in this role. Like, I mean, obviously, Jenna Ortega is pretty much no stranger when it comes to a role like this. Like, I mean, she's been in, like, so many horror projects now, it's starting to become a bit hard to count, and some of you might call this a bit of a typecast, but I mean, to be fair though, she's definitely kind of perfect to play a role like this, and honestly, I thought she did a great job. I thought she had very good chemistry with some of the other cast members, and like, honestly, she just got into the role really well. Yeah, I liked Astrid as a character. I thought Jenna Ortega overall was very good in this. And some of the other characters, we have this guy named Rory who is Lydia's boss, and he ends up becoming her fiance. I won't say too much about his character, but like he kind of was a bit of an OTT character. But overall, he was enjoyable. Overall, I thought Justin Theroux was quite fun in this role, and all I'll say is there's a twist with his character, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought it was a pretty good twist with how it was done. Also, I didn't really see it coming, but it was a good twist. Yeah, I liked his character. Now we also have Wolf Jackson. He's basically this ghost in the afterlife who, like, in the real world, like, when he was alive, he was a B-movie action star, and now in the afterlife, he's working as this, like, cop. Yeah, he was honestly a really fun character. Like, he's played by Willem Dafoe, so it's kind of no wonder that he's going to be an enjoyable character. But yeah, Willem Dafoe really hams it up whenever he's on screen. Yeah, he's honestly a really fun character. But also, I do kind of wish he'd been in the movie a bit more at times, but nonetheless, I really did enjoy his character. And we do have, like, a villain in this movie, Dolores, who is basically Beetlejuice's old lover. Now, when she was on screen, I thought she was honestly a decent villain. Like, I think Monica Bellucci honestly did a good job in this role. Like, she genuinely was, like, a good villainous presence when she was on screen, but admittedly, just like with Wolf Jackson, I wish her character was in it more, but I think really her especially, like, the whole kind of subplot with her character, I will say, I wish they had kind of done a better job with, you know, kind of fitting it in with everything else going on, because it kind of did feel like its own, you know, kind of side story and stuff. I wish, like, her character had been in it more, and, like, we do get backstory with her character and stuff, but I just kind of wish that, you know, it had been, like, in the movie more, and, like, they'd done more to kind of fit it into everything else going on. But nonetheless, I thought Dolores was a decent villain. I thought, as I said, Monica Bellucci was genuinely intimidating. Yeah, I liked her. We have some other, like, characters in the movie, like this teenager named Jeremy who Astrid meets up with. Like overall, for the screen time we get with his character, I think he's overall decent. And there was also a twist with his character that I thought was actually pretty good. Didn't see that coming either. I think one or two of the other smaller characters that we have in the movie are overall pretty solid, but now we actually have to talk about the BJ man himself, the titular character. Yeah, Mr. Beetlejuice himself. Yeah, he was great. Once again, he was just a really fun character. He really just stole the show whenever he was on screen. Yeah, Michael Keaton, man, he did a great job in this role. Like, the way he just got back into the role, it was done so well. Like, honestly, it was as if he's never even left, like, at all. Like, oh man, it was so great actually seeing him get back into this role, and yeah, he does it so well. It's definitely much better than, you know, the last time that he reprised one of his old Tim Burton roles. But sorry, enough about that. Yeah, he did a great job in this movie. Yeah, Beetlejuice himself was just once again a fun character. Literally stole the show whenever he was on screen. Yeah, overall, the characters in this movie were a lot of fun. I think overall the cast did a great job. Both the original legacy cast members and the newcomers. Pretty much everyone put on a good show here. Now, as I said, I kind of do wish certain characters had a bit more to do and were kind of in the movie a bit more, but overall, I think nonetheless the characters and the acting were both a lot of fun here. Now, in terms of the movie's plot, it's like with the plot of this one, you know, it's like we're coming back into this world and we're kind of seeing it like over 30 years on. You know, like the movie kind of dedicates like some of its runtime to kind of different things. Like we kind of see both Lydia and Delia's characters and you know how they kind of grown since the first movie and kind of with like some of the new characters like Astrid. Overall, I thought all that was done pretty well. It was engaging to watch and like some of the stuff with Beetlejuice in this movie. Whenever he's on screen, he's a delight, as I've mentioned. I liked what they did with his character. Like, as I said, it kind of does take a while for kind of some subplots to all like start, you know, coming together and stuff and actually connecting. And that's why I feel like the movie maybe could have been a bit longer so that, you know, we actually kind of get more time, like, with, certain subplots, like, with the subplot with Dolores. Well, it was decent, you know, as I said, I wish it was kind of in the movie more, and, like, yeah, I wish it would have been a bit longer so we could kind of see a bit more of that and how that was developed and stuff, but nonetheless, overall, like, while the movie does kind of take a while for things to really get going, it's a fun movie throughout. Like, Tim Burton once again injects, like, a bunch of his, like, style and humor into this film, and, like, overall, it's a fun movie to watch. Like, this isn't really a film that's, like, you're coming to for the story. This is a film where, like, you want to see the old cast members back and, you know, you want to see Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice again and stuff. And, like, I know, as I said, I think the reason why I do kind of also prefer the original film is I think the original film does have more of a story going on, whereas this film is kind of more just like, you know, kind of a bunch of just fun stuff happening, but, nonetheless, I don't think that makes the movie bad though. Like, if you really just watch it as, you know, like, this kind of fun movie where you see, some of the gang back and seeing how this world has grown in the last 30 years, overall, it's a fun time. And when the movie does eventually start connecting things, and you know, we see like our characters like all kind of coming together, and everything starts connecting and stuff. Yeah, once again, it just overall makes for a really fun time. So, overall, while maybe the plot could have been a bit better and stuff, like, ultimately, yeah, it did take a while for things to really get going, but honestly, I think if you just watch it as, you know, a fun popcorn movie, yeah, I do think you will have a fun time with this movie. So, overall, the plot was actually good in that regard. Now, in terms of the film's narrative structure, now, if I have kind of any, like, real gripes with the movie, yeah, I do think certain plot points could have been connected together, because, like, we kind of have, like, plots with, like, Lydia and Delia and Astrid, and, like, you know, with all their characters, and, how there's a bit of a strain between them and stuff. Now, I do think all that was connected together pretty well, but, some of the stuff with Beetlejuice, that whole stuff that kind of feels like, you know, sort of its own kind of thing, like, it's like kind of like you're kind of slowly watching, different stories happen, and, like, you know, they eventually kind of do start to connect together and stuff, but, granted, I think maybe the movie could have done a better job, like, you know, start kind of maybe got to connect a bit earlier, As I said, the subplot with Dolores, overall, well, I do think it was a decent subplot. I just kind of do feel like we could have had a bit more of it. I feel like it just could have been connected to the main plot a bit better, honestly. But yeah, overall, I think the movie has like okay narrative structure, not really the best. Like as I said, I do wish it connected certain plot points together, but overall, it was an okay narrative structure. Overall, while Beetlejuice may not be an absolutely perfect film, or like, I don't think I overall like it as much as the original, but nonetheless, it's overall a fun sequel. Like, well, it's good that we have Tim Burton back directing, and like the way he kind of brings all his style into this movie is done really well. Overall, it's a fun movie with some good humor in it, and there's good characters, there's really fun acting, practical effects and the stop motion, the visual effects are all really good. And there's honestly some good music in the movie as well. As I said, I don't think it's an absolutely amazing movie, because I just do wish it has like kind of a more kind of connected and restrained narrative and stuff. But overall, it is a fun time nonetheless. If you enjoyed the original movie, if you're like a fan of Tim Burton, you kind of love all kind of wacky goth horror stuff, I think you'll definitely have a fun time with this one. So with that, I'm going to give Beetlejuice an 8 out of 10. Okay, Beetlejuice, so I reviewed your movie, so you're not gonna send me to the underworld, are you? You should have given my movie a 10 out of 10, so no, I'm gonna send you to the underworld. What? No! Just kidding, Bob. 8 out of 10 is a good score, and glad you always review my movie, so you know what? I'll let you go, man. Have a good life, and I'll see you soon. Okay, that's all good now. Wait a second. Why did he say he'd see me soon?